My name's Coach Micheal Burt. I believe everybody needs a good coach in life. How many of you have ever had a good coach in your life? Raise your hand. A good coach will do three things for you. They're going to have conversations with you that you may or may not want to have. They're going to help you do some things you may or may not want to do, but they're going to help you become something you did not think you could become. After 10X, 10,000 people changed my life. I got a phone call one day, and they said, this kid, Cody Askins, wants you to speak at his conference. And I said, well, where's the conference at? He said, Titan Stadium. I'm like, man, this kid's got some balls, right or wrong? I'm like, Titan Stadium? He's going to rent Titan Stadium? I'm like, I'm in. I already like him. He's already thinking big. He's already playing at a big level, right? And we get there, and they have X number of hundreds of people. And then they just kept coming. One of the number one traits of the top people when they do studies, number one traits, they just keep coming. They just keep coming. They just keep coming. Year 2, got bigger. He said, come back year 3. What year are we in now, Cody? 4? Year 4. Guess what? They just kept coming. Look at y'all, folks. Give you a hand because you just kept coming. Just kept coming, man. Now, if you'll turn the lights up, I got to coach these folks. And to coach these folks, I got to get out amongst the folks. And I got to look you right in the eyeballs, right? I grew up in a small town in Tennessee, and I was raised by a single mother who had me when she was 16 years old. I grew up without really my father in my life. He never hugged me, never told me he loved me, never come to a baseball game. But that single mom taught me something. She taught me we show up, we grow up, and we deliver. We don't whine. We don't complain. We don't make excuses. She would not let me miss a day of school growing up. Man, I hated it. Like, man, when other kids get to skip, when other kids get to miss, why can't I just stay home? And she said, no, son, we don't whine, we don't complain, we don't make excuses. We dress up, we show up, and we deliver. And at 40 years old, man, I was on the road for like 14 days, and I was tired. Amateurs listen to their feelings. Professionals do not listen to their feelings. And I remember it every morning when I was getting up, and I was tired, and I fatigued, and I was exhausted. I remember my mom saying, we dress up, we show up, we grow up, and we deliver, right? And I called my mom one day, and I said, I want to thank you for teaching me how to show up every day, to just keep coming, mama, to just keep coming, right? To all the moms out there, I want to say thank you. Give them a hand in the room because that means a difference. And when my mom was working her second job and putting herself through nursing school, she used to take me down to the local baseball field where I would stay for hours and hours and hours. And there was one coach down there, a female coach named Mickey Vincent, which was kind of odd because there was a female coach coaching Little League Baseball. And that woman tended to me. She cared for me. She fed me. She took care of me. And it was there that I watched how coaches change people's lives. It was there that I made a decision. I had a big revelation because if you're going to do something big in the world, I want you to write these 3 steps down. First, there is a big revelation. And the big revelation is some sudden, dramatic moment. Every person in this room most likely has had it. A sudden, dramatic moment. Because of the revelation, you now have a conviction. Conviction is a deep-seated belief that you believe in something. Because of the conviction, you are now willing to take a lot of action. See, I'm not aggressive, I'm convicted. When I push you in a sales cycle, it is because I have a certainty that I can help you because I've been doing it for 28 years. I am not aggressive, I am conviction. I have a conviction about me, and that's the conviction that you feel when I talk, when I speak. It comes across as passion, this irresistible belief for motive or action. It's what drives your engine and what rows your boat. At 6 years old, it was that woman who said to me, son, one of these days when you grow up, you're going to be a great coach. Now, I want you to think of this question. How many of you got to where you are today because somebody, somewhere, chose to see the good in you when it was easy to see the bad? Raise your hand. I want you to look around the room. And it was somebody that looked at you and said 4 words. I believe in you. I believe in you. I see something in you. Son, one of these days you're going to be a great coach. So at 6 years old, I had a big revelation. Because of that revelation, I had a conviction. Because of that conviction, now I'm willing to take an action. But see, at 6 years old, that started the journey to what we're talking about today, which is how do you find your primary skill in life? See, a lot of my coaching with Cody is helping him find his voice in life. And then take and distribute that voice to the world. See, I believe work is the distribution channel for your talents. See, work is not an occupation in which you receive a paycheck, where it occupies your time in which you receive a paycheck. Work can be and should be a distribution channel for your God-given talents. Coach Nate Alford helping him find his voice in life, to distribute that voice to the world. And when you are operating at the highest frequency, distributing your talents to the world rewards you. And the world rewards you in the form of love and affirmation and reputation and referrals and ultimately money, which is a byproduct of value creation. So at 15 years old, see, at 6 years old, what was that woman telling me? Son, you have a talent. You know, in the Bible, a talent is worth $360,000. 2 talents, $720,000. 3 talents, over $1 million. And I asked myself one day when I was listening to that sermon, how many people ever make $320,000 with their talent? How many make $720,000? How many make $1 million with their talents? And it is because over 28 years of coaching people, you know why? They have not found their talent. When I ask people what they're talented at, they can't tell me. They say, well, I'm a good person. And I don't know, in today's world, that may seem like a talent, but it's not. Right? Well, I work hard. Right, Cody? Well, I work hard. Well, that's not a talent. Well, I show up every day. Well, that's not really a talent. See, the purpose of this talk today is to help you find your talent and then package that talent, because I believe you're not selling insurance. Insurance is one of the greatest commodities in the world. I can get it anywhere. Right, Amy? I can get it anywhere, Roger. I can get it from anybody, Casey. But what I can't get anywhere is you. So you're not selling an insurance, you're selling a skill. I believe money doesn't buy you freedom. Skills buys you freedom. The stronger your skill set is, the more money you're going to make. Do you agree with that? The highest paid people in our society, and the highest paid insurance person I ever coached was making $3.9 million a year personally selling whole life insurance. And it wasn't because he was selling insurance. And he called me one day, he said, I got to quit selling insurance and start selling a strategy. I'm selling a strategy, I'm not selling insurance, because anybody can sell insurance. So I got to help you find your talent, and that's really what was happening with me when I was 6 years old on that baseball field, is I was finding my talent. Now, there's a great book out there called Talent is Overrated, and it actually talks about the people that you think are ultra talented are not more talented than you, they've just had longer cycles of practice than you. Tiger Woods was on a golf course at 6 and 7 months with his father. His father had retired from his job. He had lots of time to spend with his son. He took his son to the golf course. How good would you be at something if you started at 7 months old and you did it for 18 straight years? See, at 6 years old, what did that woman say to me? Son, one of these days, you're going to be a great coach. I was already starting my coaching journey at 6 years old. I'm 44 years old. All I've been doing my whole life is coaching people. Long obedience in the same direction. Once I find my talent, I refine my talent, I package my talent, and then I sell my talent. And who would write us the largest check for that talent? So at 15 years old, a guy called me. Many of us get to where we are because somebody somewhere sees something in us and they affirm and validate. For all the leaders in the room, I want you to write this definition down. Leadership is about affirming and validating the worth and potential in another person in so clear a way we begin to see it in our own self.